Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be showing you a very easy technique of doing this type of thick textured jackets. We are going to start first with a watercolor wash. Here I have taken the shade Burnt Sienna. Now remember to keep the first layer very light. We don't want to make this layer very dark, and it is important to keep this layer light for our technique to work. So after you are done with the first layer, you have to let it dry 100% before moving to the next step. Also, the paper is equally important. Your paper should be thick enough, and you can use mixed media papers or watercolor based papers, and here I have used hot pressed paper of 300 GSM. All the details regarding the materials and their buying links are there in the description box below. So here the watercolor part is done and letting it dry 100%, and moving to the next step where it gets interesting. I'm using this empty pen to mark the details and creating the look of this textured leather. So here I am using Sakura Micron fine liner with a thickness of 0.05 for the details, and you can use any type of empty pens with empty refills or this type of fine liners whose ink is over, and it is a great tool to create this type of embossed details. So definitely give this a try guys, and it is actually very easy. You just have to mark your details. Few things to remember here is your paper should be thick because you are going to push through the paper and create this type of depth. And secondly, pressure, that you are creating this detail with lots of pressure so that the pen goes deep down on the paper and creates this visual effect. The next step is to create the shading over the surface. Now pencil colors here is the ideal medium to do so. I'm using pencil color shades from my Polychromos. You can use any other brand here. While shading with your pencil colors, few things to remember is where you want to keep it darker or where you want to keep it lighter. Now this you have to study from the reference picture, and suppose you want to create little highlights over the surface, so that area you can shade it very lightly. And similarly for your shadows or more depth, you have to give more pressure while shading with the pencil. Now while doing so, you can also bring different colors together. Like here first I'm shading with a ochre color pencil, and after that I will be using little reddish toned pencil. So you can bring 2 to 3 different pencils together and combine them. Like here I'm using a different color to bring in some more variation in the shade range. With this little bit of the darker shade, I'm trying to focus more on the shadow area, like below the collars or towards the edge of the garment outline, and a little bit near the buttons. Also, it doesn't need to be like very well blended because we are focusing on the texture. We can create little bit patchy effect as well. And after that I'm going to cover the areas where it is black using my alcohol markers, and here again giving the shadow and the depth is equally important because this will only bring the depth of this heavy and thick fabric, for which you have to create good shadow using your pencil colors again. Therefore guys, use your black pencil in a very pigmented manner. See how I'm doing it here, and the black is slowly making the fabric look more thicker and heavier. And yes, don't ignore the area between the pockets, okay, and below this pocket notch and around the outer corner. Or yes, you have to study the picture again, the reference picture if you are taking any, so you can study that and also create the shadow that way. Sometimes you can also take your previous color pencil and blend over the black if the black is coming little too stronger, so you can blur that out with your color pencils here. Lastly, to create this type of reflective and shiny look over the fabric, you can do the same using white pigment. I am using white acrylic color here. Now somewhere the white paint can be more intense, somewhere you can blur it out using little water. Again, it depends on the reference picture if the white reflection is very intense or it is slightly more blurred out on the surface. So yes guys, that way you can take a detailing brush and apply the pigment on the areas of the reflection. Definitely try this out, and I'm very sure you're going to love doing the technique. And do let me know your views in the comment section. If you have more recommendations, do share it with me. And yes, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I shall see you all very soon. Till then, take care, keep illustrating. Bye bye.